Jeff Swanson Ministries demonstrates God as the one who was, who is, and who is to come, written in Revelation 1:8.
Hello everybody, welcome to today's broadcast, taken from the plan, the chronology of God's Word, from creation to completion. Today we're talking about prophecy thread number 232. It's entitled, Assyria takes Gilead and deports the Kenites. That's right, Assyria takes Gilead and deports the Kenites. Problem is today people don't realize how short time is. They believe they have all the time in the world. They'll do God's will later, but right now they're busy doing their own thing. The Kenites ran out of time. Northern Israel ran out of time far before they thought so. Here, the Kenites, when they originally were blessed by God, when the Israelites were coming out of the wilderness, the Kenites helped them in their time of need, and so God spared them and actually gave them protection. However, their protection was removed when Assyria overthrew and overtook Israel. Gilead, otherwise known as Karnaim, was in northern Israel, east of the Jordan River. Neither the Israelites nor the Kenites were spared. They were very successful and they fell into pride. So we too must stay out of pride, no matter how successful we are. We must give God the glory. Remember, we are dependent on Him for every breath. So follow this thread carefully, because it happens the second generation out of the Exodus from Egypt. Moses is encouraging the Israelites to take the promised land. However, Balaam is set in opposition to try and prophesy to stop them by a king of Moab, Balak. However, he can't prophesy against them. He's given a gift from God, and so he actually speaks oracles that are prophetic in nature, even though he is fallen himself. But still, God's prophecies come to pass. They're found in Numbers 24:21 through 22. He then saw the Kenites and spoke this message: your dwelling place is secure, your nest is set in a rock, which did happen. Northern Israel was a very secure place for the Kenites. Yet you Kenites will be destroyed when Asher takes you captive. Well, who's Asher? Well, the descendants of Asher become Assyria. And when Assyria comes in, they eventually take out Gilead and take out the Kenites with them. Amos 6:12 through 14 is actually a second witness to this. He says, does horses run on the rocky crags? Does one plow the sea with oxen? But you have turned justice into poison and the fruit of righteousness into bitterness. When you rejoice in the conquest, Lo-debar, and say, did we not take Karnaim? Speaking of Gilead, speaking of where the Kenites live, by our own strength, what they're saying is if we did it on our own without God. And he goes on, for the Lord Almighty declares, I will stir up a nation against you, Israel, and I will oppress you from Lobo Hamath, that's the furthest north, all the way down to the Arabah, that's the furthest south. And that's exactly what happens. Almost 50 years later, when Tiglath-Pileser III of Assyria comes through, 2 Kings 15:29b records the historical event. It says he took Gilead and Galilee, including the land of Naphtali, and deported the people to Assyria. No doubt, it was at this time when Israel was lost that he also took the Kenites with him. So people think they have all the time in the world. However, they really don't. Jesus himself actually said to the rich man who thought he was going to save up for retirement and say, I'm set, I'm comfortable, now I will take and enjoy life. He said, you don't even know if today your life will be held in account. In other words, if you were to die today, God will judge you for what you've done. You can't put it off for another day. So the solution is to make every day count. So praise the Creator of heaven and earth, because life is a gift, and every day is a gift that He's given to us. So remember, Christ is the intelligent choice. So be sure to share the word.